Welcome, everyone, to the Frankie and Ding Dong Show. I am your host, Frankie Aberlon, who is normally joined by my co-host, King Ding Dong. But guess what? King Ding Dong is right in front of me on 3 and 4, bowling in the final 16 bowlers of the KWT Norwegian 42 Championship. We had 64 players in the field today. We are down to our final 16 who are bowling in a single elimination match play format. Anyone that's not familiar with the format, basically how it is the first round, the bowlers, basically we take their 4-game average, and the higher seed gets a pin differential based off that average, based off their higher standings in qualifying. So on lanes 1 and 2, we have Jarrett Roseboom taking on Old Jimmy. Jarrett gets 8 pins. Also on 1 and 2, El Nino taking on Clean Jesus. El Nino gets 6 pins. On 3 and 4, we have Stom taking on King Ding Dong. Stom gets 23 pins. Stom is our number 1 qualifier today. Also on 3 and 4, Stephen Major takes on Jeff Bedard. They are dead even, no pin differential. On 5 and 6, we have Master Splinter, our number 2 seed, taking on Putt Putt Pass. Splinter gets 21 pins. We also have Jelly Swirl making her championship debut, taking on Daryl Washington. Jelly Swirl gets 2 pins. And on 7 and 8, we have Thunder Chief, our number 3 seed, taking on Josh Coram. Thunder Chief gets 17 pins. We also have Grind'em Gaskill taking on Nutsauce. Grind'em Gaskill gets 4 pins. We are live here from Bayside Bowl. Again, I am your host, Frankie Aberlon. I apologize if my voice sounds like I smoke 3 packs a day. I promise I don't smoke at all, but can't guarantee my voice will hold out the rest of the day. We got Hall's Cough Drops and Miller Lite. So between those two, I think we'll make it. We'd like to get your predictions. We'd like to get your comments in here. Please feel free. We will get to all of your comments, put them on the screen, respond to them, let everyone know what's going on. Please share these up on your pages. Make sure your friends know. Tag Bayside Bowl, get it out, get many eyeballs on this as possible. We bowled on the 42-foot Norwegian oil pattern, 22.83 mils. Max ratio on the right side was 3.0 to 1. On the left side, the max ratio was 2.6 to 1. It was definitely a flatter pattern on the left. I bowled over there today. I was minus 74. The cut was minus 40. I had to play a lot straighter than I thought I was going to have to on this pattern. It was not a lot of left to right motion, or from my side, right to left motion to be seen out there. So it was definitely an interesting look out there. The righties were able to get a little bit more shape inside. I was never able to find that kind of shape out there. But all right, so on 3 and 4, we had Stom starting with a strike and King Ding Dong going 8-1. If we also have the results up on tournamentbowl.com. Tournament Bowl is the exclusive partner for all of the events here that we run. So they do a wonderful job of everything for us. So tournamentbowl.com is where we put all the results up. On the Karl's World Tour page on Facebook, I went ahead and put the link to the bracket. We are now putting the bracket live online. You'll see the pin differential that the bowlers that are getting, who get the higher pin differential in the first round. Once we get out of the first round, there will be no pin differentials. It'll be just dead scratch from there on out. The winner of this event will receive a cool $1,000. What do we got for comments coming in here? We have Brandon Knight saying Jimmy Bones Clark. Absolutely. So, we have 16 bowlers left. It's hard to sometimes offer a prediction on what's going to happen. I bowled with Master Splinter on his pair today. I did not see Stom bowl. Stom was the class of the field today for the 4 games of qualifying. Stom was plus 51, Master Splinter plus 49, Thunder Chief plus 44, Jarrett Roseboom plus 7, El Nino plus 3, Grindum Gaskill minus 7, Jelly Swirl minus 8, Stephen Major minus 15, Jeff Bedard minus 16, Darryl Washington minus 17, Nut Sauce minus 20, Clean Jesus minus 23, Old Jimmy minus 24, Josh Corum minus 26, Putt Putt Pass minus 37, and King Ding Dong to cut at minus 40. Tough luck loser today. First man out was Karl Hungus at minus 41. Again, I finished in 28th place at minus 76. If anyone cares, which you probably don't. So let's see what we got going on here, folks. Tony McMillan. Enjoyed the tourney today, fellas. I was right there until game 4. Tony, yeah, you were bowling good, brother. I was looking at the scores, and you were right there. So good to see you get some more of that tournament experience on these harder sport patterns. Definitely hope you come out for our next couple of events. We'll have another Hungus tournament on, I want to say it's January 8th. And then we'll have another Frankie and Ding Dong event, the Sunday after that, which is the 15th. So this is our only event down here in December with Thanksgiving, with Christmas coming up. We don't hold too many events in December, so try to limit it a little bit. But in 2 weeks' time, you can go to Lewiston and actually bowl the Dirty Lou Derby hosted by Shane McFarland, Colonel Sanders, mind you. He's hosting his first ever tournament up in Lewiston on December 18th. I believe he still has entries open. So if you look for the Dirty Lou Derby on Facebook, I think he just told me a few minutes ago he has 53 entries. He needs 11 more to fill it. $50 entry for a $600 first place prize. Definitely a tournament you're not going to want to miss. The oil pattern has not been announced yet. As soon as it is, we will obviously put it up on the Frankie and Ding Dong page because we're here to promote bowling, scratch bowling, anything out there. And just like to give a shout out anyone that enjoys our broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. And anyone else that thinks we might have a little too crude of commentary, well, good afternoon to you. That's all I have to say about that. Stom looks pretty good. Starts with the front 3, really putting the pressure on Ding Dong on 3 and 4. Please share these up on your pages. Let's get as many eyeballs on this as possible. These bowlers deserve it. All right, so we are about 2 to 3 frames into this. I will go ahead and give you some score updates. Sorry for the delay. Frankie's just a little bit, not a huge voice today for y'all, but really appreciate you guys tuning in. We have Josh D'Alfonso checking in, saying, tough finish for me. Great tournament as always, guys. Yeah, Josh, I was watching you bowl early on using that Radical Rattler, which is a really great piece of equipment. And, you were kind of right there, too, for a while. So, 22nd, you weren't that far out. You only missed the cut by 20. Just a little tough last game down the stretch, but you don't hang your head about that too much. There's Ding Dong coming back. So, Stom's starting out with front 4, and he's got a big 23-pin advantage to start. He now has, in this game, a 42-pin lead, plus you add the 23, give him a 65-pin lead through 4. But not insurmountable. It's early on, so anything can happen. I'm really interested in this Clean Jesus El Nino match on lane 1 and 2. Clean Jesus, Parker Tebow. He has 42 in the third. El Nino with spare double to start. And El Nino was really wheeling the ball pretty good on this pattern on the right side. Again, that right side, you could see a lot of hook when you get through the mid lane on this pattern inside. Nutsauce with a nice strike on lane 7. She's taking on Grindem Gasco. But let's see what El Nino does here. It looks like he's using a pretty big ball, it looks like. Oh, trip 4. Chicks dig the trip 4. Went down and bowled the Megabucks tournament last week, and it was interesting. Led my squad for one of my squads. And not a bad payout for their first effort, but we'll see what happens with year 2. Tried to get on the live stream, but, you know, sometimes, well, honesty is the best policy. Let's just say that. It's a good event. I want to thank Chris and Amy for running a good tournament down there. So we like to keep it real on our telecast, so that's what we're going to do. So let's see, on 5 and 6, putt-putting is Master Splinter. He is down 4 pins. Remember, Master Splinter is getting 21 pins in that match over putt-putt. So, you know, he just has to, you know, he has a 4-pin lead, give him 25 with the bonus pins. Jelly Swirl with a nice spare. So she's bowling against Daryl Washington. She's actually getting 2 pins. She bowled fantastic today. For a while, she was up in the top 2 or 3. I think she settled in at 7th qualifier. So it was really phenomenal. No surprise, not a single lefty made the top 16. Given how the left was playing today, that doesn't surprise me. There wasn't a lot of hook on the left side, but honestly, I used a 500 grit conspiracy scheme and threw it out at the gutter the last game and a half, and it bowled really well. You know, it was a pretty good look. The last 2 games total, I think I was minus 13. You know, if I did that the first 2 games, would have been easily in the cut number. So 500 grit conspiracy scheme right off the rail. Basically playing like 6-2 with it. Inside of that was like a mop and bucket, like nothing would turn over. So used a purple hammer for a little while and it looked okay, but nothing really great. Looks like Splinter using a innovator, getting a double, and you know, he used the Verge Solid at the end of qualifying to shoot 270 game 4. It was unreal watching him shoot it. And he's gone to the ASIM on 5 and 6, but lane 5 especially doesn't want to hook through the track area normally, and on this pattern I can see that being accentuated. So Splinter using an asymmetric that'll pick up a little faster, transition a little quicker. So that makes a lot of sense why he would use that on 5 and 6. Now, if he moves lanes, say he wins the next couple of rounds and then transitions to a different pair, I can see him getting out of that ball and getting back to the symmetric. Jeff Bedard. Ooh, wow, that was a nice shot on lane 3. Flush 10-pin. We have Stom with 109 in the 4th in that. Ding Dong with a double, so he cuts into that lead a little bit, gets it back down to 31, minus the other 23, so make that now 54. So again, he was down in the 60s, down to 54 now. So he's trying to make a run. By the way, here at our tournament, at the Karl's World Tour ones, you only have to spend $75 to win $1,000 right here in the great state of Maine. You spend a lot more money at other tournaments to make about the same amount of money. So I'm just saying, I don't know why you wouldn't want to be here and bowl with us. Bowl the greatest bowling alley on the face of the earth. with a great environment. We have some killer music playing. We got some Nelly going in the background right now. Oh, El Nino with a stone 9. Absolutely brutal. And then Stom tripping out the 4-7. Storm to Vincent. I've put up the picture of him from the 80s when he was on TV with the legendary haircut, by the way. He had some serious locks, let me tell you, back in the day. Putt using a purple hammer right now on 5 and 6. It's an interesting choice on that pair, especially with the way that the track area doesn't like the hook, but the urethane picks up a little faster, so that might work for him.
Get him.
Oh, Ding Dong almost backing it up to the pocket. He put that shit on everything right there, folks. So he's trying to put a little heat back on Stom, cutting it now down to a 44-pin total deficit. So Master Splinter going high. It looks like he used the Verge Solid on that right lane and not the Innovator. I wonder if that's what he's been doing the whole match. Jeff Bedard crumbling the 4-9. Looks like he might be using the Paragon Hybrid. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what it looks like. Jeff's a track guy, throws a lot of track equipment. Stephen Major playing inside, a little loft ball. So he doubles up now. In that matchup, we have, that's a dead even match. So whatever they get's what they get. No pin differential there at all. Stephen Major taking a 23-pin lead through 6. In the El Nino Clean Jesus match, Clean Jesus he put that shit on everything last time. He now cuts El Nino's lead down to 27. El Nino actually getting 6 pins, so make that 33-pin advantage for El Nino. Let's see if he can come back off that bad break on the last one. He goes high for a 6-10. Let's check in on 7 and 8. We haven't talked about 7 and 8 much. Josh Corum left the blower 4-9, gets 1. He now has 116 in the 7th. Josh Corum taking on Thunder Chief, who's getting 17. So Thunder Chief with a 20-pin lead plus a 17, give him 37. Ding dong! Hamburger sandwich on lane 4, ladies and gentlemen. So Grindham Gaskell now goes 6-10 on lane 7. And that gives him 123 in the 6th. Nut Sauce with a 94 in the 5th. So she's down 9 pins. Gaskell getting 4, so give her a 13-pin disadvantage. Make that a 17-pin disadvantage as she goes chicken bucket on lane 8. By the way, we also, Bayside Bowl got a little bit of ventilation on lane 20 as someone put a nice hole next to the lane. That person has now gotten the ban hammer, so that's good. Not good for them or the building. Don't hit anything, folks. It's not worth the $1 or the ban. Just be a good person.
Oh.
Just don't hit anything. Don't be that guy or girl.
Don't be Lincoln Park and break stuff.
Yeah. Leave it to Lincoln Park to break stuff. Right. I agree. Or Limp Bizkit.
Oh, it's Limp Bizkit. Yeah, that's what
I'm sure Lincoln Park has broke a few things over the years, too. Jarrett Roseboom on 2, going right through the schnozzeroni. Jarrett's really one of the nicer guys you can meet. I really like Jarrett. He's a really good dude. Jeff Bedard throwing one out the window for a 6 count. And I think he airmailed a pin out the back of the building because there was a pin that launched behind the curtain. So that's now gone. So that's good. We have a battle. Look at the battle brewing between Ding Dong and Stom. Ding Dong roaring back. 108, 130. He's actually now taken the lead in this match if he can strike in the 8th frame. Like, scratch-wise, Stom still has the pin advantage with the 23 pins. But Stom now going stone 9-pin.
Yeah. As soon as he did it, I was
That's even worse.
Right.
Like,
Right.
not
That's even
that
worse.
it's a huge
I know,
split.
Right.
it is anyway, I just told you, Bass has the money for the first round.
Okay.
I'll be back down.
Okay.
In like 15
Sounds
minutes.
good, brother. All right. So El Nino looking really good on 1 and 2. More than likely, I mean, there's 2 frames left to go, but he's got a 40-pin lead on Clean Jesus plus the bonus pins. What is he getting? 6 pins. So yeah, he's up 46 with 2 to go. Jared Roseboom with this is a huge shot for Ding Dong. Come on, that's gonna have to move. That was out the window. Oh God, he kind of spun that one a little bit. So now he is down 3 pins plus the 23 deficit. So that was a big swing in momentum in that match right there. He needs to cover this though. It's really hard when you have to start with that deficit and you try not to think about it every shot. But, you know, you kind of press sometimes, especially when you need that strike to kind of get yourself back in it. You know, Splinter here is just kind of taking care of business. He is basically even with putt through 6. Well, Splinter's also getting 21. So, you know, he's basically up 21. Jeff Bedard with a nice ball there. That was Stuff City, but might be too little too late because Steven Major's off to the races. Let's see if Ding Dong can make this. Got 1. So let's give Ding Dong 158 to 8. So yeah, Stom's kind of in command right now. He's got a 19-pin lead plus the 23 pins. Give him 42 pins. We just had Gasco come check the pin differential. He's getting 4. And he is up, I believe, right now. So he has 151 in the 8th. Nut Sauce is down 2 scratch, but give her so she's actually down 6 because he opened last time and missed a single pin. So that's a close match. The other match on 1 and 2 is between Roseboom and Old Jimmy. Roseboom getting 8. But Old Jimmy, 83 in the 5th with a 4-bagger with a hamburger sandwich for Old Jimmy. Let's see some comments coming in here. We see some people on the stream, but no comments coming in. Let's liven it up, people. Let's go. This is the Frankie and Ding Dong show. This isn't some scrub tournament in Connecticut. Just kidding. We like Connecticut. This is Bayside Bowl. Let's get some commentary going, folks. All right. We need another Halls. We need another Miller Lite. It's getting good. Matchups are winding down in round 1. I think the losers in this round get, is it 125 maybe? I can't remember. Might be 100. But either way.
You're at least making your money back.
You always profit. That's the one thing about the Karl's tournaments and our tournaments. You always make money if you make match play. So Stom would leave it a little shaker too. Ding Dong coming in light for that 2-4. So, you know, Ding Dong down 18 plus a 23, 41 down going into the 10th. I mean, that match, unfortunately for my bestie, is over. I had a text message asking about how some bowlers did today. But our points leader for the season is Tommy Guns. And he actually he only missed a cut by 15 today. He was minus 55, but he had a rough game 4, which kind of, you know, that was a story. We had a whole bunch of people shoot big numbers game 4. And some of the guys that were in the cut after 3 struggled game 4. And it really flipped the top 16. So it's pretty crazy. Splinter going to the verge solid on that right lane now. Again, staying with that. That's what he was using earlier too on that lane. But again, him and Putt-Putt, he's down. He'll be down 1 pin, but he's getting 21. So basically gives him a 20-pin lead. After 7, they're both shooting 10 pins, both really good spare shooters. Putt-Putt makes his 10-pin. Jared Roseboom with a nice strikeout for 204. It's not going to be enough. Old Jimmy with the 230 to advance. So we'll give Roseboom 212 with that 8-pin advantage. It's not going to be enough against Old Jimmy, though. So when I put results in the bracket, it's going to show the bowler's total with their pin advantage. So like Jarrett Rosebrook shot 204, but when I put it in the bracket, it'll be 212. It'll show the pin differential in there as well. When I hear this song, all I think of is that movie, Pitch Perfect. Dang it, why does it keep logging me out? Stop logging me out. Leave me logged in, please. All right, let me put in some scores here. Scores? No. All right, here we go. How's everyone out there doing in Frankie and Ding Dong Land watching the show today? Hopefully it's coming in good for you guys with our nice 4K camera. Oh, Stom. I think that was just a tester shot because his match against Ding Dong is wrapped up. Ding Dong with a nice top 16 finish, though. It was nice to see my bestie out there competing while I'm on the microphone. So Ding Dong covers that. Old Jimmy with a nice opening round win. And Stom covers that, so he's going to advance. Oh, so we have 205 for Clean Jesus. But El Nino with 257 plus his 6. Give him 263 for El Nino. So shake it off. 263 for El Nino. The Clean Jesus is 205. Okay. And Jarrett Roseboom with what, 204?
4, yeah.
Well, plus his 8 gives him 212. And Old Jimmy with 230. Okay. So those matchups are done. We will have El Nino taking on Old Jimmy. And they won't get any practice going into the next game because you're staying on the same pair of lanes. So, all right. And the AC matchup over on the other pair on 7 and 8. Thunder Chief and Josh Corum. With which one was which? Who shot the 176 over there? Ozzy, what'd you shoot? What'd you shoot? Oh, is that you? 293, so that gives him 210. So Thunder Chief will move on. Rich says, live show coming in nice and clear. Great addition to Monitor 2 while I work on some paperwork this afternoon. Rich, it was really great to see you and Jacob yesterday, by the way. So Thunder Chief with a 210 to 176 win. You have the money envelope for everyone, right?
I don't know the differences.
Okay.
That guy,
I gave him money already.
you did Jarrett, you give him money
I
already?
gave him money.
All right,
Did you get
so
Parker?
Clean Jesus right here. All right, shoot, which one was
Ding
nut
dong.
sauce? Which one was nut sauce over here?
I don't know.
All right, Ding Dong finished with 193. Where is he? 193. Stom finished with a 236. Stephen Major is going to win that one.
Yeah.
All right, so Grindham Gaskell had the 9-0. He finished with the 201. Yes,
So that's
201.
197.
So give him 205. The nut sauce is 197. So nut sauce needs to get paid.
Yeah.
Gaskell. 205
Right there. That's us. That's us.
to 197. All right. You can go in if you want. I mean, it's totally up to you guys on your pair if you want to wait, but you can go right in. All All right, so 227 for Stephen Major. Jeff Bedard right there needs to get paid.
Yep.
Okay. 157, 227. So Stephen Major will advance. I'm just putting that in the bracket so everyone has it. They were a dead even match, so we had
Josh leaving? He's not
236
leaving without
from
getting
anything.
paid, is he?
No, I can't imagine he was probably just putting his equipment away.
Okay.
All right, so now we're just waiting for the results of the matchups on 5 and 6. Everyone else is in the books. And it looks like Splinter's going to move on because Putt-Putt had that rough 8th frame where he split. Richard Sutter says, awesome to see you guys too. And Jenny was sorry she missed you and Angelique. So Richard Sutter just letting us know that. And we are sorry we missed Jenny. We will see her hopefully next time. We should make a time to go out and have dinner together or something. To see you guys outside of the lanes. And we have Let's Go Brown Pearl. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's Thunder Chief now, though. He's not the
Yes.
Brown Pearl anymore.
Not Brown Pearl.
All right, so it looks like.
We're gonna see how this match these shake out.
Oh wow, Daryl Washington. That just opened the door right back up for Jelly Swirl. He has 156 in the 9th. Jelly Swirl with 152.
What's the pin?
She's
Only
getting 2, so she is down
Shit.
2 pins going into the 10th. Splinter's looking like he's going to advance. So more than likely, Putt-Putt's going to lose in this round. Not guaranteed. Anything can happen in the 10th, but Splinter's going to – he's still using that innovator on lane 5. I like that. That was Crush City. Now it's over. That match is over. Splinter's moving on. He will take on the winner of the Jelly Swirl Daryl Washington match. As some of the other matches are starting up round 2 across the board. Jimmy, do you need me to take the letters out, or are you guys okay with doing that? You're bowling. Who are you bowling? El Nino? He's right there. He's right there. So.
He's rubbing out his shoulder. Oh, I'm ready, he says.
So, he hit his ankle. Oh, I hope he's okay. That looked like it really hurt. Oh, wow, Stephen Major. That looked like it really, really hurt. I have done that before. That is not fun. That hurts a lot. That hurts a lot. Yep. So we're going to give him a minute to recover from that. That is not fun at all. That really hurts. So Stephen Major taking one off the ankle. I see Master Splinter trying the brutal collision on the fill.
I gave you the cash. I'm going to go get a bag of ice.
Okay. All right. Who has the cash? What did he say? Oh, he gave. Okay, he has the cash.
Yeah,
okay.
he's got the money now.
I'm like, I don't know.
I was so confused for a second, but we figured it out now. So Master Splinter looked. That actually brutal collision didn't look too bad. It actually one charged a little harder than that Innovator did. So 212. So we'll give him the pin differential. Give him 233 for Master Splinter. He will move on to the next round. So we just need to make sure Putt-Putt gets paid. He did a great showing today. A nice top 16 finish for Putt-Putt today. Nice bowling today, Putt-Putt.
They're already getting them some ice now.
Oh, I feel so bad for Stephen Major. That is a horrible feeling. Oh. 7 and 8, we have Grindham Gaskill taking on Thunder Chief, but I am curious about how this match is going to finish. So 5 and 6 as Daryl Washington comes in with the strike, forcing Jelly Swirl to strike here to stay alive. Let's see if she can come through. And she leaves a 6-10. I mean, it's not over yet. So, you know, he needs 9 pins and 2 balls to shut her out if she spares. Putt-Putt finished with 179 for anyone keeping score at home.
Do what? Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's fine.
So Daryl Washington strikes, and that will get him to advance to the next round, no matter what Jelly Swirl does at this point. Well, basically, yes, he just needs to keep it on the lane, and he will advance.
Yeah.
It will be Daryl Washington moving on versus Master Splinter. So Putt will need to get
in the
paid.
yellow West shirt.
And then Jelly Swirl there.
I have one other person.
Yes, it was Josh Gorham.
Yeah, I don't know where he went, but oh, he's right there.
Yeah, right there.
All right, so our round 2 matchups are all set. We're just going to get the final numbers in the books for the score differential. Daryl Washington finishes with a 184. Jelly Swirl with a 169 plus the 2, give her a 171. 171. Daryl Washington, 184. Bracket will be updated right now. Save scores. And there's your advancers right there, folks. We have them live on the Tournament Bowl app. If you go under the Norwegian 42 tournament bracket, you can see those live right now. And all of our matchups are now into game 2 in the round of 8. We have on 1 and 2, Old Jimmy against El Nino. They are 2 frames in. On 3 and 4, Stom against Stephen Major. 5 and 6, Master Splinter, Daryl Washington just getting underway. And on 7 and 8, Thunder Chief and Grindham Gaskell. Let's see how Stephen Major does with that sore ankle now. That right there, folks, takes some serious balls.
Yep.
To throw that shot after banging one off your leg, getting out there and just acing it and throwing it as good as you can throw it. What a great job by Stephen Major. Stom with a 14-pin lead through 2. In our other matchup, we have El Nino starting with a double against Old Jimmy's 9-spare. Give El Nino an 11-pin lead through 2. On 7 and 8, we have Grindham Gaskell taking on Thunder Chief. Grindham Gaskell down 2 pins through 3 frames. 3 pins through 3 frames. You are now all caught up. Share these to your pages, like it, get in here and comment. That was a pretty good shot there. Oh, Stephen Major cutting into that lead. He was down 14. He's now down 4. Great recovery after that disastrous first frame. Old Jimmy with the strike on lane 1. This is an interesting flavor combination. Miller Lite and Cherry Halls. I don't know if anyone's ever put those two together before, but it kind of tastes terrible. Hope everyone likes the content you're seeing right now on the Frankie and Ding Dong Show page. Boy, El Nino with a nice shot there, a little ringer 10. He now has a 10-pin lead over Old Jimmy. Stom stepping up on a strike. Currently only a 4-pin lead over Stephen Major. Can extend that back to 14 with a strike here. Ooh, so that'll stay a 4-pin lead over Stephen Major. And Daryl Washington started with a strike against Master Splinter, who now steps up in the first frame. Boy, you can't throw it any better than that. His look with that verge solid is incredible. And but again, that's on lane 6. And on lane 5, he's using the Innovator, which again, lane 5, the track area has a little bit of hang normally on that pair. And he's using the ASIM on the left lane to get that ball to start up a little faster for him. So a little bit quicker transition, a little more flair. And he knows his equipment as well as anyone out there. So Randy Plummer says, looks great, buddy. Thank you, coach. And Grindham Gaskell stepping up here.
We're doing hot game for Bourbon over there, so that's where I'll be.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good, bud. Oh, El Nino. Oh, he gets the sender. The messenger delivers. Bird dog, messenger, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, good
Boy,
ball.
Stephen Major now. What a great ball. And after that disastrous start, now has a 6-pin lead over Stom. Good to see him make a nice recovery. You can already see his ankle swelling up. I mean, that thing is pretty good size. I just saw him pull his pant leg up, and you can see that thing just, it looks like a nice big knot on there. I like garlic knots, but I don't like ankle knots.
No, definitely not.
So Splinter with a nice split conversion to stay even with Daryl Washington. Grindham Gaskell is 76 in the fourth. He right now is down 24 to Thunder Chief. Thunder Chief throwing it so good today. Stephen Major coming in high for a 4-7. So that will cut his lead back to 4 pins. Old Jimmy leaving an 8-10, getting 1. So that's going to put him behind on El Nino. El Nino with a 22-pin lead through 4. Action is fast and furious, but I'm trying to keep up with it for you, folks. Daryl Washington going Brooklyn owes $1 for that 5-pin. At least if he bowled on the Beastie Bowlers, he would. Everyone's getting the fingers up. Let's go. Fingers up for Daryl. He's going to owe a round if he misses. Welcome to Bayside. You better make this, or it's going to be an expensive miss. Oh, Stom, that was a nice ball. Just a nice, smooth inside shot by Stom there to stay down by 4. And Daryl Washington makes the 5-pin, no problem. All right, like it to your pages, folks. Share it. Get your commentary in here. We like to hear all of it. We like to read all of it. We like to put it all on the air. Next weekend, I will be in Troy, New York, bowling the Digger Doubles. Probably going to bring down some of the video equipment so I can do some interviews with the tournament director, Del Picard, down in Troy, New York. Del, one of the really good guys in bowling, does a nice job with that over-under 50 doubles tournament. I'll be down there with my boy Viking. Hopefully taking home some hardware. That would be nice. Oh, let's see. Richard Sutter. Good thing he made that 5. Uber Eats for a beer to Palermo. Can't be cheap. No, that would be a very expensive beer. I'm sure, Richard, you had your finger up watching that, didn't you? And now fingers up for Stom here as he has another one. Let's see if, boy, that could be another expensive round. Whoa! Stom making the 5-pin. Richard says, yes, sir, absolutely. We had back-to-back 5-pins. Hey, Jelly Swirl, nice bowling today, by the way. Nice to see Jelly Swirl getting in there, making a top 16 as a number 7 seed today. That was great to see. That was awesome. Yes, I mentioned that on the telecast. Your first cut. That was well done. Nice bowling today. I'll tell you what, I feel like Master Splinter can strike forever on lane 6 with that Verge Solid. It's a matter of can he find the look on lane 5 to get around Daryl. They are even through 3. So El Nino leaving at 4-6-7. So that opens, going to open the door a little bit for old Jimmy. I almost called him Little Jimmy. That would not be a good name to have. Old Jimmy sounds better than Little Jimmy. So El Nino with 124 in the 6th. Old Jimmy still down. Right now, 28. See if he can cut into that a little bit. Randy Plummer coming in saying that Richard Sutter is his doubles partners next Sunday for the IBC. Absolutely. That's awesome. I hope you guys bowl well. Grindham Gaskell splitting with leaving a 5-7 on lane 7. Ooh, as Master Splinter comes in, leaving a little crumbler. Is that a 7-pin he left? I can't tell with the pole. Looks like maybe a 4-pin.
I think it might be a 4.
Oh, it's Stephen Major missing the 10-pin. That's a hard one to shoot because, again, last time he shot a right-hand spare, he chunked it off the ankle. So that's a hard one to want to shoot again.
Yeah.
Hey, how about PWBA, our own PWBA superstar, Nut Sauce, in the booth here, coming in hot.
Hello.
Nice job. making
Thank
a run
you.
at the end of qualifying to get into the top 16.
Thank you.
Tell us what kind of move you made after game 2 to get into a position to make the top 16 today.
So I didn't have a terrible look playing inside, playing a little deeper around like between second and third arrow, but Carrie wasn't there, and my we'll get a picture with Jimmy with it. He technically won. My spare shooting was atrocious today, at best, and
At best.
at best it was atrocious. So game 2. After game 2, I was minus 49. Came into game 3, was still struggling through, I don't know, 5 or 6 frames. And I took a huge jump right
Yeah,
with a strong
I saw
ball.
that. Yeah, you moved out towards the gutter.
Yep, moved out to the gutter with my Evo solid
Yep.
and threw the back 7 to get to 225.
That was incredible, by the way, on that pair. There wasn't a lot of big scores on that pair to be had, but for
No.
you to get that number was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and then moving to 7-8 for game 4, it was either dead flush or it would cross over and it was
Right,
Brooklyn. It was
right.
the perfect storm between the two. There was no through the face.
Right, so you had a little bit of on both sides of the headband.
Yeah.
Really, so nice shot by El Nino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last strike you throw.
He's on fire today. The house shot yesterday was tough for him. He doesn't bowl
I
the
think
house
he
shots.
probably when we kind of talked about
Yeah.
that. It was it was really weird going up there at the IBC yesterday. So I gave a good afternoon on the telecast today.
You
So,
did.
Yeah.
Oh, good afternoon.
You're gonna have to go back and rewatch.
Shane,
And by the way, the combination of Cherry Halls and Miller Lite's not a great combination
I
flavor-wise.
imagine that does not taste very good. Mahogany Pearl over here is crushing it.
Mahogany Pearl, I
That-
freaking love it.
Well, it was always brown pearl.
Right, and then he went to Thunder Chief.
And I looked at the standings today and I said, who the hell is Thunder Chief? And they said Shane, and I said, absolutely not. That is Mahogany Pearl.
That's Mahogany Pearl. Is that we should make that as a bowling ball color?
Yeah.
Mahogany
we
Pearl.
said, because again, it was always brown pearl. And he
Right.
goes, what about mahogany? And I said, that sounds more expensive. Let's go with mahogany
Oh,
pearl.
by the way, Randy Plummer, while you're in the booth, says Mrs. Splinter is my hero.
Oh, thanks, Randy.
So
I look forward to bowling with you this weekend. We're going to have a good time. I was just coming over to take a look-see. Are we throwing, looks like Master Splinter is throwing the Verge Solid.
Verge Solid on the right
on
lane
6
and
and
the
the Innovator
Innovator.
on 5.
And we talked about because 5 has that hang through the track area, he probably wants the ASIM that
I
starts
love
up
5.
faster. What's your favorite? Isn't
5
it?
and 6 is my kryptonite. It's all or nothing on
Boy,
5.
I'll tell you, I
and
feel
6
bad
for
for
me.
Stephen Major. Watching him chunk
I
that one
know.
off his leg. I'm surprised he didn't break his ankle. I mean, that ball went off and
I
popped.
didn't see it. I saw the
It went
aftermath.
bang, dead right into the gutter. It was
Yeah.
down.
I saw
I
the
felt
ball
bad
going
for him.
into the gutter, and that was it.
How about old Jimmy trying to make a late run down 29 to El Nino, but
Oh, Jimmy. I like to call him Geppetto.
Geppetto when he has shorts.
When he has his shorts and his
Right.
knee braces on.
Ball. Okay. Ball on 3. Hold on. Not only can we do a telecast, we can
You
also
can text the mechanic at the same time.
ball return lane 3. It's a full service organization here. So
Mahogany Pearl with 278. Is that what that says?
is that what he 270 on the nose?
270 on the nose.
Look at that.
I can make out the, yeah, he threw 9 spare strikes, 7 spare sheet.
Oh, here we go, right here. Oh no,
We
that's
had
not
a
what I want.
conversation
I need.
about the importance of spares. And he just decided
There we
not
go.
to have to shoot any.
Well, that's fine if you shoot a bunch of strikes. So we have a Mahogany Pearl / Thunder Chief moving on to 1 and 2 in the semifinals.
Frankie texted.
Yeah, Frankie's on top of it. Frankie's doing commentary. He's drinking Miller Lite. He's getting wrecked. I mean, doing commentary.
Ooh, crap 10 for El Nino. He's in a good
PBA battle on 1 and 2. That's absolutely right.
I looked at the standings briefly before we started and thought I was bowling El Nino to start.
Any ball return yet? Can we grab him at the desk there and tell him ball on 3? Because I don't know where I don't know if Greg's still up back on a Huzzy.
Mike on or no?
Mike's hot.
Oh boy.
Oh, Splinter going high, but he gets the 6-pin out, so that's okay. Give him 96 in the 5th. That gives him a 13-pin deficit right now. So Grindem loses 270 to 204. That's a tough one. So Grindem with a 204. The Thunder Chiefs 270. This new bracket thing is pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, that looks pretty dope.
And by the way, my bestie, Mr. Top 16 finisher himself, King Ding Dong, making into the booth. So King Ding Dong, nice run today.
Thank you.
As we have already mentioned on the telecast, you ran into Stom, who obviously is both great today.
Storm, he's Storm
So
to
not
Vincent,
losing to Storm to Vincent's never never anything to hang your head about.
Well,
And,
I knew I had a tough go at it when I had to give him 20-something sticks to go. And, I mean, he started out striking, and I just wasn't deep enough into the lane early enough. And
you were using a track sensor.
I was, yes.
Yep. So you were using that quite a bit as the day went on. Something Pearl to get it through the fronts, but save a little more for the back for you.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Track sensor, I like it. For a Pearl, it really reads the mids very well. And even though I have it drilled with like a 5 3/8 by 25, and so it doesn't flare a ton, it still reads the mids pretty damn good. To the point where it makes me want to maybe put holes in a couple more of those things.
Huh? He was dialed. Nice run though today, brother. Nice bowling. That was Grindem Gasco, the top 8 finish today, folks. Just a champion shirt today. What's going on? Was it laundry day or something?
Trying to go through my closet.
Christmas is coming. Maybe time for some new shirts.
There you go.
We love when Grindem Gasco wears his. He has a bunch of different cool retro shirts and stuff. So it's pretty neat.
Shit, Thunder Chief shot 270.
270
Yeah,
to
he just
204,
had
dude.
No
he went
fucking
spare,
way.
strike, spare, back 9.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And by the way, El Nino with that double in the 10th just locked out old Jimmy, who was trying to make a run. Well, he needs 3 pins to lock him out.
Uh-huh.
Needs 3. And in the battle on 3 and 4, Storm took a re-rack. Oh, you missed some of Frankie's coming in hot commentary game 1, by the way.
Did I? Yeah.
Yeah. We got a couple good afternoons in there.
Good afternoon. So frames 8 and 9 in game 4 tried to say good afternoon to me because I went split.
And what did I tell you? You just stay with it, battle through it. You doubled in the 10th.
Yeah, I went
to
double
get
9
in. Double
by a
9 got
stick.
you in by a pin.
Yeah.
Boy, that was a nice shot by Stom, who's now down by 5 to ankle chunker, also known as Stephen Major.
Man, that kid throws it good though, Frankie.
Bowling on 1.5 ankles right now.
Yeah. How's Splinter rolling it right now?
That Verge Solid's really picking up on that right lane always. I don't know if he just missed in with that one, but it's definitely he's seeing more hook than he had. He's using 2 different balls. Innovator on left lane because 5 just doesn't want to hook to the track.
As much. Fucking right. Thunder Chief.
Thunder
270.
Chief.
Let's go.
By the way, Nutsauce says your name really needs to be Mahogany Pearl.
Mahogany.
I like
Pearl.
that.
All right. That's fine. You know what? You shoot 270. We'll call you. We'll call you whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Stom knew that was a little steep. Didn't quite have the angle to get the corner pin out. So
Yeah. Well, we get so far deep in there, and you're almost backing it up for most of the lane.
yeah, and so you have to be almost light pocket swisher or high flush to get that 10 pin out on that hit. But that's a big one. Stom can spare strike for 195. That will force Stephen Major to mark to beat him. Oh, Splinter with a big open there in the 7th. That was a big one.
Turban.
I hate that spare. I left that once today, and I'm 0 for 1 on it.
0 for 1 on the day.
Oh, so we have scores on 1 and 2. We have El Nino with a 213 to 172 win over Old Jimmy.
So that's putting El Nino up against the winner of Daryl Washington Master Splinter match.
No, he'll go
Still in
against
progress
Stephen
here.
Major Stom winner. El Nino will move to 5 and 6 against Stephen Major or Stom, one of those two.
Okay.
The winner of this match will take on Thunder Chief on 1 and 2.
Yeah, maybe we can readjust the camera for that game.
Yes, that sounds like a great idea. Like these two are perfect right now. If you want to take over commentary for a few minutes, I have to go get an access point for putt putt.
Okay.
So if you want to,
Splinter
as soon as this
knows it.
round finishes, I'll exit and I'll go meet putt putt on the other side.
Yeah, and I'll set up the
Get things readjusted for the semifinals.
Okay, you'll be back over shortly, I'm sure.
We have Randy Plummer saying, "Nice game, off-colored pearl." Well, that's a new one too.
Off-colored pearl. Yeah. What do they
So
call
195 in the books for Stom. Stephen Major needs a mark to beat him, and really good count too. I mean, he can go. Say he goes like 7 spare. He would need like 7 spare 9 to beat him. So. Oh, that's wide. That's really wide. Wow. Okay, that's actually pretty good recovery from there.
Yeah.
But again, so we saw him earlier miss the 10 pin, which is hard to make after you wanked one off your ankle early on shooting a right-hand spare.
True.
Like it's hard to then refocus, and now you have to make this spare to win the game and trust that you're not going to, shoot one off your ankle again. So that's hard to do.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, Splinter. Oh, no.
My spare ball and I kind of broke up there towards the end of the day.
Yeah, you guys divorced?
I
You're all
don't
done
know.
with each other?
I'm going to have to
Are you
slap
taking
it
a break?
around and maybe ream its holes.
Was your spare ball acting the fool?
It was, yeah. Acting a fool.
Stephen Major, nice shot.
Great spare for Stephen Major there. So what is he?
Yeah, look at him.
Six
He
pins?
knows that that's tough, man. When you've had that mental, the physical pain, but then the mental anguish. He needs 7 pins to advance. Daryl Washington goes through the face, but Splinter missing back-to-back spares. That hurts.
Hopefully he doesn't go 4 like he did Frank one.
Right. No, that's not
that's
4
not
there.
4.
That's enough. That's a strike. And
Nice
that gives him a
shot for
199.
Stephen Major. Ankle
Whoops.
chucker. Is that what you said?
199 to 195.
Player letter number A.
Boy, we got some serious heavy hitters coming into the semifinals here.
Yeah.
All right.
So Stephen Major with a 199 to a 195 win.
That's a hell of a match right there.
Yes, it is. And now we're just down to the Splinter Daryl Washington match. Daryl
Washington
covers
shooting
this.
the 3-pin, he makes it.
So Daryl now has a 38-pin lead with 2 frames to go. That's going to be a tough one to make up.
And there's no bonus pins this round either. So
There is not. Randy Plummer says, nice bowling today to my Couchland teammate KDD. Double Cheese says, Storm to Vincent, sponsored by Storm. Dude used to be named Hammer. Maybe. Daryl with a nice shot there on lane 5. And that might be the one that carries him into the semifinals. It was fun bowling. Splinter bowled today. We bowled together on a pair, and he was really impressive as the day went on, making the necessary moves. That massive 270 to get him launched right up into the number 2 seed for the day. So
is that what he ended up with that game?
yeah, 270 that
Holy
game.
shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
we had another 270 that game by Brown Pearl, but Splinter, that was game 4 of qualifying. He bowled great.
So
And there it is. That one looks like he kind of gave it a little bit more room.
Thank you for
Trusted
the
it.
call out, Couch, by the way.
Coach says, yeah. Yes, thank you,
Thank you,
Storm.
Storm.
Nice
Nice
bowling,
bowling.
brother. Nice bowling today. That was Storm to Vincent, giving us a nice little heater on the way by. As
Splinter
we now
really
focus in on.
rolled that one good, huh?
Yeah, I like the strategy on this pair. It was. He'll probably tell you after we're done. It was basically just execution that might have cost him in this game, because he. I think he's real happy with the equipment selection, the part of the lane he's playing.
Yeah. He's been liking that melee jab card.
buddy. Doing okay? I mean, I look like it really hurt.
It's numb, my
Yeah.
friend.
Okay.
It is numb.
Hey, way to perform at the end, though, brother. Nice job. Nice comeback.
All right,
So
and
Splinter
it goes
going
a little
high.
high for a 6-pin.
6-pin there, yeah. So that's gonna end this round. That'll advance Daryl Washington to the semifinals to take on Thunder Chief on 1 and 2. And anyone following along at home, the bracket is on the KWT Norwegian tournament on tournamentbowl.com. You just click on the bracket. It'll show you the updated results with the scores on there. So we hope you guys enjoy that. As Master Splinter throws his final shot with a strike for 170.
Scoring pace is going down a little bit, huh, Frankie?
A little bit for everyone except Thunder Chief.
Well, yeah.
Daryl Washington just trying something out there. He's going to be, well, as long as he spares the 5-pin in the 200, 2-0s this game. So now we will focus the camera on 5, 1 through 6.
How's that look, Frankie?
That looks great. So Daryl Washington with the spare. That will put him in the 2-0s. And then we will make sure the front desk knows to reset him for a couple minutes of practice. I think Hungus is going to take care of that. So and Daryl Washington with a 208.
He really wrapped that last one nice, Frankie.
208. He threw that great. Yeah. Save scores. Everyone's updated to the semifinals. I will be leaving you for a few minutes. King Ding Dong will take the con. I will be back in a few minutes after I go get an access point on one of our bowlers who's getting a track Paragon solid drill.
Oh, yeah, that's a good ball. Good, strong, solid, asymmetric ball by track. I have the track Paragon hybrid as well. That's a strong, asymmetric hybrid, obviously. Great balls really pick up the mids. Heck of a lot stronger than what I was using today, the sensor. I'm not sure that I could have gotten the Paragon to work maybe earlier on in the day if I had started really deep and wanted to switch to the sensor, but the sensor looked pretty good, so I stuck with it. Track sensor available now. Came out actually on Friday. Get a hold of us at Bowl Builders Pro Shop. We have a location here at Bayside Bowl and one in Just in Time Recreation in Lewiston. And while I'm on that note, I want to give thanks out to Bowl Builders Pro Shop for providing free drilling of all of the raffle balls this season. Brunswick Bowling for providing those raffle balls this season, and of course to Charlie Mitchell, Karl Hungus, and his staff here at Bayside Bowl for creating just the most incredible environment for us to have these great tournaments, and for having another great tournament here at Bayside Bowl. Sonny D checks in saying his rattler looked great until game 4. I imagine if you have it at box surface, it probably was starting up way too early by game 4, I would imagine. I do have my sensor at box surface, which does come in polished. I think it's 1500 polished, if I remember correctly. Great ball. Honestly, the sensor, that lower diff, 34 diff, right in my wheelhouse. Love that shit. I'd probably like to put holes in a couple more. Saying bye to old Jimmy Pritch Jr., PBA champion, another great bowler that we have up here in our tournament series that come to support us. Storm DeVincent, we just talked to earlier. Love those guys. Love all the great guys that come up and bowl these series. It's a lot of fun. So we're getting into a couple minutes worth of practice. As you can see, 5 and 6 has already started that. You got El Nino up against Stephen Major, player number A, ankle chunker. We've heard a few different things, but nothing actually official from Stephen Major. Hopefully we can get that. Sonny D says yes and yes, too much surface because it was box surface. And on this pattern, you had to really move in but it seemed like the stuff with a lot of surface just wasn't able to make the good corner in the back. Maybe possibly, I would think, burnt it up too early. So the stuff with some polish that's still hooked really, to me, looked great. Not a lot of hook at the gutter, lots of hook inside. And as you can see from the last few matches, and you'll see this match, I'm sure these players are going to get deeper and deeper into these lanes. El Nino, he is no stranger from playing deep. Stephen Major, great player. We got 4 really great players out here. It's going to be some good matchups. Thunder Chief just went 270. Let's see how we can follow that up. He's up against Daryl Washington. This is going to be a lot of fun, folks. We mere seconds left on 5 and 6, and we still got about a minute and a half left on lanes 1 and 2 of the warm-up session. Stephen Major, it looks like he got lined up there on 6 with that shot. It's all about execution now. If he can get it to roll like that, that was sweet. Sunny D, too early. Yes, definitely too early. He needed something with some polish, but that still had some hook built into it. It wasn't like you could go to the ball rack and pull a house rock off of there and be a baller. But so you needed some hook in your hand, but something that got through the front. Lots of fun. This Norwegian 42-foot wheel pattern. I'm not sure if Frankie has shown you that. If we have that, I'll put it up here on the screen for you. This is what we bowled on today, folks. Norwegian 42. This is the Karl's World Tour Series. Getting a little bit of length out there finally. I like the longer patterns as it showed today. Actually, I think I just made a few more spares today than I have been because I've been having a rough year on spares. And as you know, folks, kids out there, make your fucking spares. If you don't make your spares, then you're not going to win. Plain and simple. So it looks like we have Stephen Major going to start the match off on 5 and 6. He throws it great there. Starts with a strike. Stephen Major would be letter A, and El Nino stepping up on lane 6. Letter B up on the telescores. If you can actually see those at home, streaming this to the big screen, go ahead and share this to your pages, folks. Get all of your bowling loving friends in here to watch the telecast. You got El Nino standing up on 6. He's playing pretty far in. He's hooking it. I'll tell you, he throws the rounds to pins. It's fun to watch him play. We bowled the IBC Open yesterday up in Augusta, and got to bowl with him on the team, the Bowler Builders Pro Shop team, and then got to cross with him while he bowled doubles and singles on the same pairs that we did. Lots of fun, and towards the end of the day, man, they were really hooking. He was like, I'm using the banana ball. Love that banana ball because, man, he can get the ball to hook. Kids take note. He has his thumb in, folks. This is not a two-hander, and he can really get that ball to turn some corners. So we got Thunder Chief starting with a strike on lane 1. We got a good 9 there for El Nino and a 9 as well for Daryl Washington on lane 2, leaving just the 7 pin over there. That should be easy make for him. Good spare for Daryl Washington. On lane 1, Sunny D says he throws it lefty 2. Are you talking about El Nino, Sunny D? Man, he throws it good. He's fun to watch. Let's see him whack the shit out of that 10 pin and make it pay for standing. So in that match, spare in the second for El Nino. He's strike spare. Stephen Major has a strike up. Daryl Washington leaves a weak 10 on lane 1. Thunder Chief wasting no time, getting right up on lane 2. Stephen Major with the double. I gotta tell you, that kid rolls it great. Thunder Chief almost crosses over for a strike, leaving just a 6-pin. Sonny D checking in, saying yes. We're talking about the great El Nino, Arturo Quintero. What a bowler. He can throw it lefty. He can probably throw it two-handed. He can probably do everything with the ball. Stephen Major wasting no time, putting that shit on everything to start this game. Thunder Chief with a great spare over there. He started strike spare, so now he's 1 pin ahead. Daryl Washington with 9 spare start. El Nino stepping up on lane 6. He struck in first frame on lane 6. So. Oh, yeah. Spanks out the 10 pin on that one. Thunder Chief, wow, comes in heavy, pulls on the string, and the 4 pin comes with it. We call that almost like the pulled leaf blower strike over there on lane 1. Thunder Chief, let's go. So you people at home, if you're watching this, go ahead and share this up on your pages. We're going to be giving $1,000 to the winner today. How exciting. Doesn't get more exciting than this. Live bowling action here from Bayside Bowl. And we have PBA player Arturo Quintero bowling in front of you guys. So if you're not watching this, I don't know what you're doing. This is live. Get in here, get in on the stream, share it to your friends, and put it up on the big screen. Let's get everyone in here. All right, so Daryl Washington ends up with 9 that frame after that split. Unfortunately. So he's going to go down a little bit in that match. It is still early, though. Shane's stepping right up. He's disregarding the PBA match play rules. He doesn't give no shits about that. Wow, he threw that one good. Oh, and it hooks, leaving just a 10 pin, though. Stephen Majors, I want to talk about hook. His hook, too. He left the dreaded splinter, the 3-6-10. No one likes the 3-6-10, especially not splinter. So we were talking about it last night. We were thinking that might be a good spare for him. Oh, talk about good spare. Right there for Thunder Chief. Great spare. Oh, and that's one of the reasons why every righty hates the 3-6-10. You don't want to chop it, so you just want to cut the 3-pin really, really light. And sometimes it just goes right past it, especially on this pattern where there's so much hook through the middle and so little hook at the gutter. You saw Stephen Major try to get some air under that one, and it still didn't hook. Wow, what a recovery there for Daryl Washington. He really threw that one good. Solid strike, throwing the rack back. That was a great strike over there. All the way over from lane 1, I felt that was a great strike. Beautiful shot. Stephen Major stepping up on lane 5. Oh, leaves a little quitter 10-pin there. That ball was DOA for sure. Thunder Chief, wow. Want to talk about the high, hard one. Holy shit. He's working on a Dutch 200 there, going strike, spare, strike. Got 80 in the 4th, strike in the 5th. Daryl Washington, he can throw a couple strikes on there and only be 5 sticks down, though. So he just needs to come back from that split on this lane. Let's see what he do. Oh, he gets the light bucket, bump, biscuit, crumbles, coffee cake strike over there on lane 2. That's what he needed. Stephen Major covered up his single pin. Oh, wow. Arturo throws probably the best looking shot of the game right there. Yeah, he's got the old Dutch strike, spare, strike going on 80 in the 4th with the strike up. In the 5th, his opponent, Stephen Major, sitting at 85 in the 4th, spare up in the 5th. Ooh, Thunder Chief. He's got a lot of power, almost like a two-hander there, and it kind of hurt him on that one a little bit. He goes high through the beak a little bit. Pin comes shooting across, taking out the 6, and now he's left a baby split, the 310. Arturo steps up on 5. He looked like he threw it good. Wow, whacked the 10-pin forward. Huge double in that match right there. Great pickup for Thunder Chief on that baby split. Is he keeping? Looks like he's trying to keep that Dutch 200 alive over there. See if Stephen Major can respond.
We'll see. Right. Everywhere.
Got both players going off at the same time. Steve got around that one. Oh! Wow. So Daryl gets the strike over there on lane 1. I believe that puts that shit on everything. Yes, it does. He's within 5 pins now. Meanwhile, Stephen Majors comes in a little bit heavy and leaves a 4-pin, a pin wrapped around, and just didn't take it out, though. He's going to go ahead and make the spare. Thunder Chief, get out of there, 5-pin. Scouting the 5, sending it to Preble Street to go buy some indiscretionables. So we got Brandon checking in. Good old Shane Pearls, good dude. I do agree. Shane's one of my best friends. When he first started bowling, as a matter of fact, I bowled with him on his first ever league, and man, that was fun. He's come a long way since those days. Daryl Washington putting the hamburger sandwich on the grill. Yeah, I got to say, Shane, Thunder Chief, Pearl has come a long way since those days, man. He's rolling good now. Stephen Major coming off of that spare up on lane 5, really rolled that one great. There's no way any pins were going to stand on that one. That was an awesome shot by Stephen Major right there. Great player, just coming off of some sort of a win here and then a win at the Neba, I believe, after that. Man, he's been rolling it great. Thunder Chief crosses over again, but is a good 9, leaving just the 6-pin. Oh, Frankie's back. He's got that access point. So
Yeah, it only took 2 shots. On the 3rd one, we verified it, but, that's how we roll around here.
Yeah. I don't think we have the armadillo here, do we?
No, I think it's a Lewiston, but that didn't take me long anyway.
Oh, wow. That one checked up early for El Nino, and he left the ugly-ass Durbin. No one likes that spare either.
He spares that, though. He still has a 2-pin lead, right? Yeah, 2-pin lead right now. But with Stephen Major with a strike up, so he could take the lead back.
Yeah. Shane, Thunder Chief over there covering up his spare, but
he's a nice Dutch going over there for Thunder Chief.
He's keeping the Dutch alive, but I got to tell you, Daryl Washington looks like he's found a look over in 1 and 2. He's got that hamburger sandwich working. Let's see if he can roll some dice here.
Yeah, I got to call out you put that shit on everything earlier. That was nice.
Oh, and he does. It's a Yahtzee.
Yahtzee time.
Yeah, great spare.
Right, great spare.
Wow, great spare on that Durbin, that dreaded Durbin.
Dreaded Durbin.
Takes it out probably textbook, I would say. The textbook way. with the ball hitting
Yeah.
all 4 pins.
Yeah, you can't miss a spare when the ball hits all of them, basically. So that's how that works. Although, I don't know if the ball hits the 10 on that one, does it?
I don't know. I mean, it's
Because the ball has to have enough angle to get through and get the 9.
yeah. I think maybe on, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Good
It's
question.
hard to say. On that one, maybe, because it was hooking a lot.
Yeah.
So I
Maybe
guess
you
it
just-
depends on
maybe you
how
just hope the
hard
6
you hit the
takes out
3
the
pin.
10. Yeah.
Because honestly, the less deflection you get off the 3 pin, it makes it easier to get the 9 pin, right? If you're
That's
hooking
correct.
it. If
That's
you are
correct.
hooking it.
So Brown Pearl, first time in the match, he does not strike on lane 1.
So, yeah, Thunder Chief or Mahogany Pearl.
Mahogany Pearl. Yeah,
Yes,
he's
Brown.
now got 3 different names.
Yeah. All of the names.
He can
And,
strike out for 209, but Darryl Washington already sitting on, let's see, 105. He's
sitting
at a
on,
220 pace right
sitting
now.
on a
so-
fucking Yahtzee over there is what he's sitting on.
Yeah, he could be sitting on a 6-pack here if he gets
Yeah.
this one.
Cracking it open. Let's see if he can.
He's using a Zen.
He is, I think. Oh, wow. And he is standing in and twisting it. Zen is a strong symmetric pearl. Makes sense. Wow.
Stephen Major with a nice shot on lane 6. He now
trying to keep
takes
it tight.
a 8-pin lead over El Nino.
Wow. What a match over there, Frankie.
Great match. Mahogany
Thunder
Pearl going
Chief
through
with the
schnozzer.
snowplower.
The old Lewiston snowplow right there.
Welcome to the dirty.
Yeah, El Dierte.
El Dierte. That's the one, sir.
All right, so Brown Pearl, Mahogany Pearl, Thunder Chief can strike out for 209. That's a pretty good shot there. Oh, wow, that hook. Brooklyn. There we go. So Thunder Chief is now in the 2-0s, which is probably not going to be enough. But how about Stephen Major now taking an 18-pin lead over El Nino, who's going to have to strike here in the 9th frame to keep this match alive? Like, what a turn of events on 5 and 6.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
And Mahogany Pearl banging out for 209.
Man, he's
I
been
feel
bowling
like
great today.
I feel like that's like some piece of 70s furniture. What color is that? Oh, that's a nice shade of Mahogany Pearl.
Maybe that was like the sides of the station wagons back then.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, El Nino. Wow. Rolled that one great.
In the 10 out. Oh, and
Great
by the way,
shot.
Darryl Washington just ran over in the 10th frame, getting himself a lucky number 7 in a row.
Yeah, that's going to be more than a crop dusting, isn't it, Frankie?
No,
No,
because he can only strike out for
crop
255, so
So
he's not going
just
to
a
crop
crop.
dust him. No crop dustings this round.
Oh, wow. Close, though.
El Nino can strike out for 236, which would force Stephen Major to double to beat him.
Oh.
El Nino
That's-
taking the old savvy veterans re-rack there. Whoops. Grind him Gats. All right, we'll get it later. Grind him Gaskill. Coming in hot. Well, that's it. Right. Darryl Washington, 241 to 209 victory right there.
Hell of a game for Darryl Washington. He started out really slow, but he really found it on 1 and 2 there. And that was an impressive game.
All right, El Nino with the biggest shot of the match. This one right here technically gives him the lead again.
What a match over here, Frankie. This is amazing. Two really, really great bowlers. It's this is almost like a finals matchup here in the semis. What a treat.
It is. It's great. I love it. Let's see if El Nino can get it going here in the 10th. That was deep.
Oh, yeah.
What a
Slaps
great
it out.
ball. You want to talk about speed control in there. He goes 1647, 1659. I mean, that's about as good as it gets from shot to shot.
Yeah.
12 100ths of a mile an hour.
That's awesome.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and you know he revs it up, and it's impressive to watch. I was talking about how we got to bowl with him yesterday, and man, towards the end of the day, there was so much hook. He was using that banana ball.
The banana ball.
He's like, I like the banana ball.
No
Yeah,
banana
it's
balls
awesome.
today.
Yeah,
I don't know.
not
that
so
thing's
much.
still coming off the spot pretty good.
Yeah, and He's
I
getting,
can't tell what he's using for a ball. Can you tell what he's using, Ding Dong?
Is it the
Good
Axiom?
question. Yeah.
Can't tell. I'll have to see when it comes back. This is a huge shot. This forces a double by Stephen Major. Gotta have this.
Wow, he threw that
That
so
was
good.
ace.
That might be the
Aced.
infinite physics,
It could
Frankie.
be. Yeah,
I know
he was using that a
using
little
that
bit.
earlier.
Yeah, he likes that ball too. He was using that yesterday a little bit.
Wow,
I love his
threw
jersey
that
with
so
like
good.
the Mexican flag sunglasses and everything. That's
Yeah.
pretty dope.
That is awesome. Speaking of jerseys, Team Rift, Frankie and I are part of Team Rift. Check us out, riftapparel.com. You can order the Frankie and Ding Dong signature jerseys, or the Frankie Avalon jerseys, or the KDD jerseys.
So that's a big 9 pins right there because that gives him 235, which does force the double by Stephen Major because anything less than 8 there meant Stephen Major could possibly go like strike 9 spare to tie or whatever. So that was a big 9 count for El Nino to get him to 235. And let's see Stephen Major. I mean, he's no stranger to these situations. He's a really good bowler. Coming off yet another NEVA title fairly recently. So I think he'll throw a good shot here. Whether it carries or not is a matter of conjecture, but I don't think he's going to get cheated. I think he'll throw a good one.
Oh, yeah. He's going to wrap on him. Oh, wow.
Wow, you can't throw it any better than that under pressure. I mean, ultimate pressure there. That one doesn't mean anything unless he gets this one, though.
True. Totally true.
And then at that point, you're just going to throw it down the middle and keep it on the lane. It looks like, what is he using for a ball? Grindham Gaskell. Do you have any inside information on what he's using? No. Can't tell what he's using. Yeah, I hear you. I'm not sure. I know. Let's see what he does here. This is for all to get to the finals right here. That shot. Got to have them all.
Oh, it looked in. Oh, wow.
Great shot by Steven.
Wow.
What a match. What a freaking match there. What a match.
Holy shit.
Stephen Major needs 2 pins now to advance. Gets the double in the 10th. He has the back 5 in this match.
I think that's a UFO alert.
Huh?
Oh, the Zen Master.
The Zen Master. Yeah.
Zen
Big
Master.
symmetric.
Yeah.
That makes sense on this pattern, being in where he is. That's enough. 6 pins give him 240 to 235 win.
Wow, what a match.
That was a great match.
You
So
know,
that sets up our championship. Stephen Major versus Darrell Washington on lanes 3 and 4, folks.
I'm going to readjust the camera for this. I got to tell you, though, folks, if 2 bowlers that you want to watch and just watch roll the ball, it's so fun.
Oh, yeah. No question.
Stephen Major and Arturo Quintero, 2 of the funnest bowlers to watch.
Absolutely. How's that right there? Is that good, Dingo?
Yeah, I think that'll be
we'll
good.
be
I
fine
just
right
need to adjust it a little, and we'll be in business.
All right, so we're just making a camera adjustment for the finals, folks. We will be on lanes 3 and 4. It'll be Stephen Major against Darrell Washington for all the wheat. The winner today will take home a cool $1,000. What a great tournament we've had today. It's definitely had some interesting twists and turns today, so it's been a fun event. Right? Tell him he needs to pay for all the tolls or something, right?
All right, there we go, folks.
All right, we're set up on lanes 3 and 4 right now.
That's a pretty good view, isn't
It's
it?
a great view. Yeah, I think everyone's going to get all the action. We get a little bit of the right side of the action, which is with 2 righties in the finals. You get to see the ball motion through the pins better on this side.
Yeah, in lane 3, it should look really
Look at
good.
this. Richard Sutter coming in hot. Dark mahogany pearl is a new color for Subaru in 2023. My dad had an Olds in 92 that was the same color. For that model year, the color was called maroon. How cool is that?
That is cool.
Richard
Yeah.
Sutter coming in with the insider information.
Want to talk
2023.
about a guy that we hadn't seen in a while that we got to bowl with
It was
yesterday.
awesome, yeah. Earlier in the telecast, we were talking about that, how it was really cool to catch up with Rich and Jacob. And,
Yeah, for sure.
you know,
Definitely. Yeah.
Next time, going to see Jenny up there. So, 3 minutes of practice here for the two bowlers. And it's prediction time. We like our viewers that are watching to give us their predictions. Stephen Major coming back to this pair where he was earlier in the championship finals for the round of 16 and the round of 8. Darrell Washington hitting this pair for the first time. I'm going to give Stephen Major the edge here. I think that he is battle tested, fought through the injury early on, made a nice comeback to get to the finals. And Darrell Washington's a great story today. But I'm going to give Stephen Major the edge for a 228 to 219 victory.
Wow, that's close. That's close. So, within the one mark is what Frankie is predicting. I'm going to have to go with Stephen Major as well. I got to tell you, like I said earlier, so fun to watch him roll the ball. And, when he has to get in and start really twisting on it like that, I got to say Storm and Vincent, those are probably two of the better players here today, other than our own Master Splinter, of doing that, getting in, really hitting on it. So I'll give Stephen Major the edge too. I'm going to go a little bit more spread though. I'm going to go 225 to a 198.
All right, so you heard our predictions, folks. Frankie going Stephen Major 228, 219, and KDD going Stephen Major 225, 198. We want to hear your predictions. We've actually had one of our viewers predict it like within basically, I want to say 2 pins before, so like really close.
Nice.
Still waiting for that dead-on prediction, but maybe you'll be the one. So why don't we see you get in here, give us your prediction, let us know what you think's going to happen, and I think if someone correctly gets it dead on, we should give them some kind of prize going forward. What do you think, Ding Dong?
Yeah, I think so. If it's in there in the comments with the correct prediction, we should figure out a prize for that. That's a good idea.
I think that's a great idea. I think we will get our winning viewer a prize for anyone that comments before the match starts with your prediction. You got another about a minute to get in here to get your predictions in. Let's hear them. Give us your score and the predicting winner.
Yeah, and on that note, really, no matter which platform that you're watching from, our Facebook live feed, our YouTube live feed, or our Twitch feed, you can comment on any of those platforms, and we will see them right here.
Absolutely.
Virtue of our StreamYard, I guess, broadcaster is
right,
what it would be,
it
right?
combines all three into one area, so it's really nice for us. It combines all of our comments into one section. So our higher seed in this match, Stephen Major was the 8. Darrell Washington was actually the 10. So Stephen Major. So, all right, we have QDD coming in. Stephen Major 217 to 199. There's one prediction.
Oh, there we go, and she's in under the time.
She's under the gun before the first shot is thrown. And we don't have any other predictions. Right? Oh, there we go. Oh, never mind. This is we're going to block this comment.
Oh, is it more of that shit?
Yeah, that comes in on the YouTube feed. So, you know what? You're blocked whoever you are. We don't need to see that. And those comments never make it to the screen because we can block it. So I don't know why you would comment anyway. All right, Darrell Washington with a little shake and bake on lane 3. All right, so QDD is the only entrant into our contest today.
Yay.
We'll see if she can call it correctly.
She's eligible.
217 to 199.
Is there a family clause?
No, we don't have that on ours.
We don't care. We'll even let you use balls with weight holes.
Right, that's fine.
Yeah. Fuck the USBC.
There's that.
Oh, well, I mean, their rules, I guess, some of them. Should I adjust that?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
USBC.
To the rules we don't like. Good afternoon.
Good morning to
certain
the ones
other
we do.
things that take too much money. What? Oh, Stephen Major, a little heavy on that one, leaving a 4-pin. So, side note, if somebody wins the $1,000 today, we're not going to tell them, "Oh, well, you already won some money yesterday."
No,
or
the
other
good
day.
thing about bowl in this tournament is if you win a high game pot early on, we don't take that out of your tournament winnings later.
Yeah, that's not something that we do here.
So if you win a $80 high game pot, you don't win $920 at the finals. It's still $1,000.
Still $1,000
plus the
payout
$80
to
you
the
won
winner,
earlier.
plus the $80. Yeah, so there's plus bracket money.
Yeah, so whatever
So-
you win in brackets, that's what we call separated funds.
Yeah, yeah.
So tournament winnings are always different than brackets, high games, or leading a squad if you run multiple squads. So
Yeah, absolutely.
we like to
Divvy
make
up
sure
the
that
funds
that's
as much
that's done accordingly.
Yeah.
Damn it! I can't believe we're out of Miller Lite. This is a tragedy.
Daryl Washington.
Thank God we're not out of halls, because maybe not. Thank God. That means people are gonna have to listen to me for one more game.
Are you sure?
Well,
One left.
there's one more
Daryl
game.
Washington kind of mimicked Stephen Major's last shot there, coming in a little heavy for that 4-pin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't have anything to add to that. I think you covered it. I mean, that's what else is there to add, really?
It's a fucking 4-pin, ding dong. What do you want to talk about?
I mean, so anyone out there in
No one's fucking listening, obviously.
Liveland?
No one wanted to
Oh,
come
they're
up with their
listening.
I'm
prediction.
listening.
Yeah.
You're sitting right next to us.
And she still commented.
Right. Where
I
the
really
fuck
like
are the
El
watchers?
Nino's got a nice little
I love that
sweatshirt there.
sweatshirt.
That sweatshirt's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I liked it too.
We're like one logo away from that thing being perfect.
I know.
Oh.
Ooh, Daryl
A little
Washington.
shaker 2-pin there.
I
Little
needed
light.
the spares to get to 199. No strikes.
Yeah, it looks like
No
it
strikes.
is missing one logo, isn't it, Frankie?
I would say that someone owes $1 for punching a hole on lane 20, but
Oh,
since they're not allowed back in the building anymore, I don't think they can
Is that
pay
what the
$1.
deal was?
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
The band hammer came down.
Yeah.
Hammer. Then not the boom hammer. Where was he today?
Probably. No, he's overseas. He's in like
Yeah.
Italy
Oh,
or
that's
something.
right. Yeah.
Daryl Washington.
Come on, boom
Well,
hammer.
he's big time now, So
Yeah.
him and the
Oh.
None Such Brewing crowd. So.
Yeah. Well, and what was he like? Second high qualifier last time. So
Yeah.
he deserved a trip to Italy. Or
Is that what you get? Is second high qualifier?
Oh, that's what you get.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Master Splinter second high qualifier? Is he going to get a trip
Start
to Italy
fucking
now?
bowling if that's the case.
Side note. I don't think that was offered today, Frankie, for some reason.
Oh, that was over 23.
Oh!
Giving it the old turd burglar there. Did you see how he squatted on that one? Like the old.
That was kind of like when the dog rubs its
Like the
ass
downward
across
dog.
the carpet. The ass rub across the
The old-
carpet.
The old ripperoni, we call it.
The fuck?
If I did that, I might split my pants. Yeah, well, we got the later part of the day, folks.
Yeah.
El
You
Nino,
guys.
great bowling today,
great
brother.
bowling today.
That was a heck of a match. That
lots
was a heck
fun.
of a
Yeah,
match.
great weekend.
Nice bowling today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you soon, guys.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Great bowling, buddy.
Oh,
That was El Nino coming in for a second. One of our favorite people on earth. Such a nice guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So good to see you.
So
good to
see
We'll
you
see
again.
soon.
Take care.
We'll
Yeah.
see you around.
Great weekend to spend with them. Bowling all day yesterday.
That was fun yesterday. We had a good
Bowling
time.
today.
Great
Great
guy.
people. We're glad to
And,
have him here at Bayside.
Looking forward to hopefully having him back for the PBA League coming up next year here at Bayside.
Oh wow, Stephen
Hopefully
Major
he's still a
making that
lumberjack. That'd be
4-pin
awesome.
pain. He's got the Dutcher going.
Yeah, Stephen Major got a little Dutch action going early
Dutch
on.
oven. Yeah.
Dutch, no Dutch oven.
No, I need
we
him
don't
to get
need
to
that.
217. He doesn't get the Dutch.
Yeah, you need to throw at least a couple doubles or a 3-bagger to get to 217.
Yeah.
And I need him to get to 228. So
Ooh.
we need some.
You need a little bit more than
Bye
I do.
bye bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Was
Is
Stephen
this in
Babb
sync
running,
or is this back?
Backstreet Boys?
Yeah. Which one is it?
week
I think
week
this is
10?
Backstreet.
Is it? I don't know. I never looked into that stuff.
I can't keep them straight.
The only boy bands I ever listened to actually played
With
instruments.
Slipknot?
Right.
Right. No,
Actually played their own
Hollywood
instruments.
Undead is kind of like a boy
I
band.
lied. It's in sync. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Instinct.
It's in sync.
Great spare on the 10-pin there for Daryl
All right,
Washington.
so we have Stephen Major with a 2-pin lead. 3 strikes through 8 shots so far in this championship match. And there's some pop bowling going on the other side. So I was
Yes.
trying to get Putt-Putt's access point while he was pop bowling.
Oh,
So that
yeah?
was fun. But it only took 2 shots.
That's good.
His is a fairly easy access point to get, using a purple hammer, which doesn't flare much, so much easier to grab that.
Oh, wow. Daryl
We
threw
here
that
at
one
Bowler
great.
Builders Pro Shops pride ourselves on making sure we get accurate measurements for your equipment. No guesswork here, folks. And also, a couple of things. The Melee Jab Carbon won by Master Splinter today, which I need to find out if... Hey, Mrs. Brady! I need to know if she got a picture of Master Splinter with the ball yet.
She's colluding over there.
She is. She's talking with all these people.
Oh. The Stephen Major's ball did not collude very well with the fronts on that one. Read the mids quick and went through
Did
the
you get
nose,
a picture of Jimmy
leaving
with
the
the ball?
610.
You get a picture? Not yet? Okay. We need that.
So we got Couch coming in hot. Did you find the CG? Who
CG
gives a
no
fuck
matter.
about
Fuck
no
the CG. CG can be out in Kentucky somewhere. People that rely on the CG shouldn't be drilling bowling balls.
Absolutely, 100%.
I haven't used a CG since now.
You don't need to now with the new 3-ounce rule, really.
No, and if you're going to drill an ASIM, you're going to go by your pin to PSA marker anyways.
Yeah.
CG doesn't make a dang bit of difference. I know he said that just to
the
troll me.
CG. Yes, he did. Yeah, that's okay. At
We
least
wa-
we know he's watching.
Couch laughs. Yeah. Right.
Bye to the CG. You did
That's
that
what I
a
said.
couple times, Frankie. You just put it like
I did. I
stupid
threw it right
places.
above the finger
Yeah.
holes. Why not? That's a pretty good shot.
Wow.
Didn't quite get around the corner. I
Yeah.
think he might be using a reality.
He
That's what
posted
kinda
it
looks
really
like.
nice.
Looks like a reality. Oh no, it was a Zen Master,
Zen
right?
Master,
We
yeah.
did find that out.
Yeah, we did.
It's kind of the same colors though. Is this Tay-Tay?
It is.
Jesus.
Hey,
Sad that I know that.
hey. Good spare there for Stephen Major on the 10-pin. He no longer has the Dutch oven working.
Can't believe I got to listen to Taylor Swift for this match.
Tay-tay.
What's that number for the suicide hotline again?
I don't know. 411.
Is your number still 911? Alrighty then.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Oh,
Wow,
hook a
that
lot.
was out there.
That's a pretty good 8 count.
Yeah, absolutely. Lucky not to have the 10-pin on a shot
So
like that.
we are now 6 frames in with 0 doubles. So
Looks
if
like
Daryl
our
Washington-
I had the
predictions were
lowest
kind of high.
prediction.
no, we still have time. If Daryl makes this, he will now sneak out a 1-pin lead over Stephen Major halfway through the match, 98-97.
Holy
And I would imagine that he will make this because Daryl's a very good spare shooter.
Oh, yeah. Covered it, handled it.
Daryl's been doing this a long time. What
What's he
does
using?
Randy say? It's Storm. They are all the same colors in the cracks.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You're not wrong,
it's
Randy.
proven that balls that have like sharp edges on their cores are going to crack more, and that
Yes.
makes sense
Yep.
because the rounder, softer edges aren't going to crack as quick. It's kind of like just like
wanna
patching, putting a patch on something. You don't
Right.
want sharp edges. You want
But I
round
will say
edges.
that Storm did have the old I Killed Kenny weight block on the,
in the UFO, yeah,
UFO, yeah.
yeah, that was
That has a sharp edge around the edge of the thing, too.
right. Yes, it does. Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, anytime you put a hole in a bowling ball, too, the integrity of the bowling ball goes down. Let's face it.
That was a great shot by
Which
Daryl
is
Washington.
why,
Great, by the way.
Brunswick developed that dot system.
The
So
dot's
that way
great.
you don't have the finger holes.
Paragon has the dot, right?
Yeah. You don't have the finger holes getting too close to where the pin protrudes through the shell.
Oh, that was left, but maybe that's where he wanted. Oh, that was dead flush.
Oh, wow.
So after
Stephen
going
Major. He
on
needed
that lane. He didn't
really.
like it last time, but he flushed
Keep
the hell
pace.
out of that one. 1 pin deficit through 7 frames. We have a barn burner, folks, and we have a chance for our very first double of the match.
That's exciting, Frankie.
It is exciting.
Oh,
More
and,
exciting than watching me bowl today.
It happens.
I had clean 205 the last game, though, by the way.
There
I
you
got
go.
kind of boned on a few of those shots, though, that game. That 9 pin was
That 9 pin was
absolutely
dirty.
brutal.
That hurt. I thought I was bowling myself out of it by going split in the 8th and split in the 9th.
Dude, I
You
told
were
you,
trying.
I told you to stay with it. I told you to stay with it in the 10th. You doubled 9 to get in by a stick. That's
Well,
what it took.
Kind of the game before that, I did that too. That
You did.
fucking split in the 9th, I
Yeah.
could have shot 240. It ended up being 2-0 something.
So the next time you step up in the 9th, I'm going to kick you in the balls first, so you stop thinking about it, and then you'll just bowl in a lot of
okay.
pain and not think about your 9th frame anymore.
Right.
Here's the
Oh,
man,
my
the myth, the
balls.
legend, Mr. Pap Smear over here.
Pap smear.
Yeah, he could find a pap
Didn't he
whenever,
play- he
however
was-
you like it.
He was an extra guitarist.
Oh!
He was an extra guitarist for Nirvana.
We have
Well,
our
it's Pat
first
smear, but it's
double
close
of
enough.
the
Pat
match,
smear.
folks.
Dude, trying to
Stephen
find a pap
Major
during a pot
providing
game.
that for us.
That's a great full
Pap
name.
pot.
Right?
Smear.
Pap Smear.
I
I
like
think
it.
that's happened before.
Stephen Major now takes his first lead.
It's been there.
Well, not his first lead, but his first lead in a couple frames. He now has a 9 pin
At least
lead.
they're fucking clean. I love it.
Daryl Washington's running out of boards there.
He's moving way
He's gonna
left.
have to stand on the ball return if he moves any further.
Grabbing his knees.
He'll just move, he'll readjust the ball return.
clean. It's gonna hook.
No,
Oh my
no
God, he
chance. No,
finally
that was
got
that was leaked. Ozzy,
leaked with no hand.
leak
It
him
looked like he kind of got around that one too hard, almost to the chicken wing zone, and the ball just.
Speaking of
never
chicken wing,
picked
that is
up.
a chicken bucket with a French fry.
Yeah, French fry on the right.
Sounds good.
Right side French fry.
Man, I'm hungry.
We can be political with
What do
this.
we?
Yeah,
what
we
do we
gotta
eat for
do
It's a
something.
right
Where
side
they going to
tie,
Papa
or
Smith
it's
or
a
Tuscan
left side
Table?
fry.
Someplace in like South
If you're
Portland,
gonna play it
or
straight,
Scarborough,
get her
right?
done.
Oh,
Yeah, that's hard.
Oh.
You know, playing straight at it. I mean, honestly, you're if you're going to use the spare ball at it, you're going to want to hit the left hand side because you got to get the 7 pin out.
Yeah,
he
that's
nutted
hard.
that one right in the middle.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
an easy one to chop
That's what
either
happened.
How
way.
did clock games go, by the way?
I'm pretty sure Clean Jesus went off the board.
Did he beat
for
you
like a
guys?
260 or 240.
So
something
Clean
like
Jesus won the pot game?
that. Yeah, he
Oh
did.
shit! Nice.
Daryl,
Maybe he's not. Can you do
Mr.
white
Washington.
What is it?
White chocolate.
White
chocolate
chocolate.
sounds good.
White chocolate.
How about high water? Look at them fucking pants.
Oh, gets the
Flood
5-7
Flood
to
zone.
get out
Yeah,
that
zone.
time.
I like high water better.
High water.
It's like high tower, but high water. Right. Yeah, those things aren't hanging low at all. It's a good thing he wears black socks.
When the
or else he'd
levee
look
breaks, he's still fine.
like- if he wasn't wearing black socks, he'd look like a marshal or on an aircraft, an airport. You know, out there marshaling in the fucking aircraft around on the runway there.
All right,
Funny.
so after the open now, let's reset the scores a little bit. Stephen Major strikes here. This match is over.
Pushing it.
Oh,
It is
puts
over.
that shit on everything.
Stephen Major is now going to win. Give him
So-
a 31 pin lead going into the 10th. This
In the
match
last-
is now
In the
over.
last 18 months, Stephen Major has won how much?
Well, he's won at least 2 titles. That's $2 grand.
I
Plus,
think
he
he's
won a
three.
NEBA.
I think he's won 3.
He
Yeah,
won
so
2 up
NEBA,
here,
2 up here, and a NEBA.
and a
Yes,
NEBA.
3.
So probably $3,000 with how things. What?
The kids got it right.
How much did he win down there?
Oh, I don't know. 2,500 probably. Who knows?
No chance.
2,200.
No. Probably about the same we pay here.
1,800.
I
Maybe,
bet it's
maybe
about-
1,100.
Oh,
There
nice.
you go.
Stephen
1100.
Major.
That's closer. That's closer.
Another strike.
I was busting his balls about frosting and tear, and then he told me.
Oh,
it's
so we're going to
actually,
be right on who won. It's just not going to be on the final score. So once again, no one will win the final score contest,
What
which
the
was
hell?
established today.
Oh, tell me. I don't know anything about this.
If you win and you predict the exact final score, you will win a prize from Frankie and Ding Dong.
Prize.
What
Yes,
kind
to
of
be
prize?
determined.
Fabulous prize.
Fabulous prize.
Oh,
Oh, can I get it? What did I say? I said 228. What did
Where
you
are
say?
you?
217.
202.
Where
Oh,
are
if he goes 0 here, he gets 217. If he throws this one in the moat or bangs another one off his ankle.
Oh, Jesus. Throw it not off your ankle, please.
All right, so that gives him
Balls,
220 balls.
220 balls.
I would much rather see him go 220 than
I don't want. I would
shank
have
one
rather
off the
shot
ankle
it in the
again.
mouth. That's what I would have been. I would.
Oh, what the hell? All right. $1,000 Daryl winner.
Daryl
Stephen
Washington with a nice run today.
Oh, of course, that one carries.
So how close are you going to be? You said 199. You can strike up a 206. QDD, you're not going to be that far off. I said 228, 219. I'm going to be a little off. Ding Dong said 225 to 198. You might be close, though. 220. That's 5 off. And if he strikes here, he could be in the 2-0s. Yeah, you're not going to be too far off.
Well,
I bet
I
you
did one thing right today.
You did a couple things right. You made the cut.
Well, yeah. Then I got
course, then you had
dispatched by Storm.
Then you had to have
I had to
Storm
give
Vincent.
Storm like 20-something pins. That's never a
Right.
good recipe.
That's never fun to give a guy like Storm Vincent pins to begin with.
No.
That's not going to count the distance, is it?
Yeah.
195. So there's our final score.
Oh shit! I was only
195. I did pretty good.
I was only
Oops.
9
Oh,
pins
shit,
off
what'd I do?
as
No, get outta
a
here.
combination.
How many?
Hey, thanks for coming down.
Hey.
9. I was 9 off.
Great bowl today, brother.
Yeah, thanks for coming up.
I was off 7.
Oh wow, QDD only off 7.
Yeah, well, you know what?
And there you
Still
have it.
amazing.
All of the tournament information, bracket, and everything included. All of the
Let me have my moments.
scores
No,
and
you're not
everything.
gonna get your
QDD, yes,
No
closest with the only 7 pins off, but no fabulous prize for her. Tournamentbowl.com, guys. You can check out all of.
I need, where's those
Great
scores?
bowls. Thank you,
Where are my scores
Yeah.
at? Where are my fucking scores?
That's awesome.
Good.
220.
Thunder Chief,
It logged me out for some reason. That was
Thunder
not
Chief,
fun.
just checking in as he comes out. We're gonna have the
Boom,
tournament
Stephen
champion,
Major, right
Stephen
there.
Major, come in and do an
Yeah.
interview with us.
Interview, Stephen Major.
Let's see if we can
Tournament
Oh,
champion
he's got
interview.
himself a chair. Oh,
grab
boy.
the camera
Get him
here.
over here. Come on, Stephen, get in here. It's more important to see your face than ours, that's for sure. There
All right,
he is.
there we
There's our
go.
tournament champion, Stephen Major. Stephen, first off, congratulations on a great day of bowling. Boy, it was. Yeah, take it off.
Yeah.
It was
bowling
tough watching that early on with that ankle when you hit that. That looked really painful.
Yeah, it was. When I was done, kind of aiding it, I was sweating, because of, your heart rate goes up and stuff like that. But I got 4. My ball hooked in my match against Storm. My ball hooked in the mids. I got 4.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, let me see if I can get as much counts here as I can.
Sure.
Got to the top of the swing, and I'm really, I don't grab it very much.
Yeah,
You can't claw it like this, especially when they're this hard. But
definitely.
I was kind of really, nice with it. Got to the bottom and where I accelerated, and all of a sudden my thumb just flew right out of it,
Yeah.
right into my
Just
ankle,
right into it.
and just right into the gutter. And I just hobbled off. A few of the pro bowlers here. Amazing crowd here. I
Yeah,
love it. I love
for
being
sure.
up here. Really nice people came over and got me some ice. Tylenol. I took
Yep.
a couple of KT tapes and wrapped around it, really
Wrapped
numbed
it.
it.
Yep.
First couple shots after were really tough. Getting into the rhythm, I was able to kind of pack one. Then got a little lucky against Storm, but put up shots later than that. So managing that was difficult. But then once it began to numb up, then I was able to just kind of accelerate a little again back into the
Right.
line and make shots. But
Yeah, feel comfortable again. And, yeah, very good. And
Hockey was
so you
there.
bowled your first 2 rounds on 3 and 4, and then
Yep.
obviously moved for the semifinals. Did you feel like you had a fairly comfortable look coming back to this pair for the championship, or obviously they might have changed a little bit from when you were here earlier?
one of the things that I try to do, when I make it into match play is I don't make any assumptions.
Yep.
It just kind of lets me get a better blueprint and practice of what's going on in the lane. So, I just watch what my ball is doing. Just, I saw that they were a little bit tighter than they were on 5 and 6. Excuse me. So, I just I moved in. I 4-pinned a couple of times, so I continued to move in, and then I saw myself flat 10. So I felt like I was in a box, and fortunate enough for me, Daryl was kind of in the same situation.
Right.
He leaked it right, he left a 5 pin.
Right.
you know, 4-pin once. So he was in a very similar situation. So it was whoever figured out the situation first.
Sure.
I actually talked to Brian. One of my shots going into about the 7th frame. I said I gotta do something. I just 4-pinned. I moved one. I flat 7. I flat 10. So you know you find yourself in that box there where if you miss one left, you miss another one, just like 1 or 2 left, you're going through the face a lot, like I did the last ball. I got 5.
Yeah.
So I moved another 2. Saw my ball check really hard in the mids. And then, I thought it was going to go face, but it managed to just kind of push a little bit. Because I was going a little bit further left to right with it. So, went up on lane 4, threw a really good shot on lane 4, came back here.
Yeah.
And moved another 1 off of 3 right when I let it go.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, it's always good not making assumptions when you go pair to pair. Just go with
Makes
what your
sense.
eyes are seeing and what the lane's telling you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
You've been rolling it really, really great lately, Stephen. I got to say, do we have a solid nickname for you yet?
Someone gave me the nickname Frosted Tips, my infamous little great white patch up here.
Frosted Tips.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you like it? Frosted
dope.
Tips?
I like it.
All right,
Yeah,
so there you have
Next
it,
time
folks.
you register, we'll make sure we put you in with that nickname. So
Frosted
that's really
Tips, yeah.
good. You win a couple titles, get a 3rd place finish. You definitely deserve it for sure.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a record for the most points won in a, Charlie's series.
Yeah, well, we can
If
have.
there's a record
We,
there.
it could be.
Pretty good.
You're on your way. I mean, Tommy
Yeah.
Guns and you are basically running away with this thing in the 1-2 at this point. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are in great
Tommy
shape.
had a hot run last year, too.
He did.
didn't
Yeah. Tommy did.
so-
Yeah. He's won a few titles. So
Yeah.
it was good.
It's going to be an interesting round to see how this season
Yeah, so you're in
goes.
great shape, and hopefully we get to see you here in January for the next Karl's tournament. Obviously, we're running another Frankie and Ding Dong on the 15th. The Karl's is on the 8th, so we've got a couple events coming up. The Dirty Lou Derby up here is a couple weeks from today, so I don't
A
know.
lot of great events up here. I love coming
Yeah.
up here. Really
Lot of stuff.
awesome venue.
Yeah.
Um,
And a lot of good stuff going on down further south in New England too. So yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Bowling's definitely beginning to grow a bit in this region.
Sure.
It's going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Some powers that be, investing a little bit of money, biting the bullet a little bit, but it's coming back. You
Good.
see a lot of great proprietors, Viali, Jeff Barden, Charlie, Van Hees with the Rhode Island Association.
sure.
Just
Yeah.
so much,
Yeah.
there is stuff going on. So
And that's what we want to see. Grow it as much as possible, support each other, and kind of make it happen. And great champions like yourself getting in here, and we love seeing you come up and bowl. And well done again.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Absolutely.
on yet another title. So hopefully get to see you here in
Great
another
to
month or
see
so.
you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, always
Well,
great.
congratulations to Stephen Major, our recent champion here at the Karl's World Tour Norwegian 42 event. So thank you, Stephen, for a great day of bowling, and thank you to everyone who tuned in today to today's telecast and enjoyed the bowling today here from Bayside Bowl.
see ya.
All right, everyone. Great job, Stephen. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you, Ding Dong, for a great run today for you as well in the tournament. And thank you to our tournament sponsors, Brunswick Bowling, the Melee Jab Carbon, won today by Master Splinter. And thank you to Bowler Builders Pro Shops for sponsoring all of the free ball drilling for the balls that are won this season. And it looks like our next event, I'm going to be down in Troy, New York. I'm going to try to maybe get some live interviews with Dell and some people down there. Maybe get a little bit of action in on our page there.
Yeah,
from the
absolutely.
Digger Doubles Tournament in New York. But other than that, we'll catch you on some Fridays with Frankie, and then we'll hit up a couple tournaments next month between the Karls and then our tournament on the 15th.
Yeah, absolutely. So between now and then, folks, keep watching on our page for new content, and hope you have a good holiday with.
Have
you
a
and
very
your family.
happy holidays, however you spend it, wherever you spend it, and whatever you celebrate. We want you guys to have a great time, and we'll see you again, no question, in the new year with more exclusive content right here on the Frankie and Ding Dong Show.
Yeah. So for Frankie Avalon, I am King Ding Dong. Thank you guys for tuning in. Keep your friends and family in your hearts and have fun. We'll see you again here, live from Bayside Bowl and all around the
Thank
bowling
you.
community.
Absolutely. Peace out,
Check
everybody.
us out at rippedapparel.com and get yourself some new shirts for Christmas. It'll be worth it.
Absolutely.
Frankie has some great designs.
So do you.
I have some great designs, or you can get our Frankie and Ding Dong signature design, and we're going to be working on some new designs with
Absolutely.
the team at Rift.
Rift
you know,
Apparel.
Rift Apparel. Yeah, check us out. And hashtag request Rift.
Absolutely.
So, live
That's
from
a wrap
Bayside
here
Bowl.
from the 42-foot Norwegian Open Karl's World Tour. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on our next broadcast, and keep us in your thoughts here on the next Fridays with Frankie. We'll be bringing you some recaps for some local stuff. Peace out, everybody. Thank you for watching.